Hey, guys! It is Bring the Hail. Um, I pulled this game up and I kept fiddling because it was extremely loud, so I kept fiddling with settings. I went here, it was just really loud, and I was like, "Do the settings not work? What's going on here?" No, the settings do work. Oops. It ended up that I had multiple windows open. This acted better when I had it smaller, so I'm just gonna. There we go. That's the itch.io page behind it, by the way. Okay, so let's start our game today, and as you can tell, I am no longer wearing my Grinch sweater. It's just a pink little doodad today. The reason the Grinch sweater is really hot. Again, I live in Texas, so it may be like 60 degrees out, but that sweater just makes it hot. So, this is 9 p.m. This project was made for a 1 week game jam. The developer is planning on expanding it. It's 9 p.m. and you're trapped in the lab you work at, together with a bunch of zombies, which is, less than ideal. What will you do? And it does say our choices will affect the fate of our fallen heroes. There are 2 playable characters, 14 endings. They do plan to have 4 playable characters, 30 endings, couple secret ones. All that good jazz. It doesn't specify. Oh, it's been quite a while since this was made, actually. So 2021. Oh well. Maybe someday, right? Actually, I wonder if their profile has, because that would be so cool if their most recent game is another dating sim, which I love dating sims. Like, even if they're not horror, I just love them. 3 years ago. I can't say nothing. I've had things I haven't done in like 5 years. So, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. So let's be excited together. 9 p.m. A game by Full Man. So let's start. Choose your fighter. Do. Janitor Gary would love to just watch Bingo every day, not pay enough. Still uses Walkman and think they are groovy. How do I? It says there was 2. Wait, was? No. I guess it's Gary. Gary! It's 9 p.m. on a Friday, and you are displeased. You could have been at home watching Bingo for about 30 minutes already, but you had to clean up after Steve, your good-for-nothing coworker. Where the heck is he anyway? He probably just made a mess and left like he always does. Gosh dang it, Steve! As you walk back to your office, the lab is empty and quiet, but not unusually so. You pull out your ancient Walkman and are just about to turn on as you hear a low growling sound. A stray, or something that found its way into the building. Maybe you should go look. Or maybe it was nothing. You don't hear anything right now. And honestly, you really want to be done for today. I'm going to turn down the music a little more. Good enough. Because there's no... Yeah. I'm an old crotchety man. I want to see Bingo. I'm not investigating. Your shift is over. Even if it wasn't your imagination, it's not your problem anymore. You're tired. And you don't get paid for overtime. Exactly. Go home. If more people went home, they wouldn't have the zombie infestation. As you put your supplies away, you hear the growling again. Loud this time. Very loud, actually. It could be a raccoon that found its way into the lab somehow, but by the sounds of it, it would have to be a really big and aggressive raccoon. Sorry. And one with a weirdly deep voice. Okay, it's probably not. His face changed. It's probably not a raccoon. We're just leaving. We're just going. We're an old man. We're in our 50s. We're on the edge of retirement. No reason to fight with whatever not raccoon thing that is. You're just gonna head home and watch Bingo. You close the supply closet and head down the hallway towards the elevator. As you press the buttons to go down, though, nothing happens. They don't light up. And there's no number indicating on which floor it is. Not even the quiet rumbling of the elevator, signaling its movement can be heard. Weird. What's even weirder is a small noise coming from inside. It sounds like scratching. You're not easily frightened. Maybe you must admit there's been a lot of, let's say, unusual noises in the lab today. You stare at the closed doors of the elevator, unsure. The scratching quiets down a little. Suddenly, the button you press lights up and you hear the elevator moving down towards your floor. Well, I've seen Resident Evil, and I know how this is gonna go down. Badly. Take the stairs. I'm an old man. I'm close to retirement. Stairs it is. It's probably safer this way. Who knows what was going on with that elevator? It's probably busted! It's probably gone into the wind! Oh, it's gone. As you descend the stairs, you can hear noises coming from below. Far too much noise for a lab that is supposedly closed at this hour. You, and maybe Steve, gosh knows where he's went, should be the only ones in the building right now. What exactly is happening down there? It's people, you realize, as you get closer to the bottom floor. Lots of them. You can hear them dragging their feet across the linoleum floors and making strange grunting noises. Right, that sure is unsettling. Was there something weird in the coffee today, or... But as you arrive downstairs, you're not so sure about your coffee theory anymore. The people down here seem way too off. Grunting and growling, running into each other and drooling absent-mindedly. It's almost like they're zombies. Not crud. This is really not how you thought your evening would go. Does this mean the world is ending? Can't a man just watch Bingo in peace? I'm an old crotchety old man. I can't sleep by nothing. We're just gonna sit down. This calls for an evaluation of your life. You sit down and think about where you went wrong. Maybe this is karma for yelling at Steve yesterday, although you're still convinced that was justified. Maybe you shouldn't have accepted this job in the first place. Everyone knows shady sci-fi stuff happens in labs like this one. Maybe you should have moved out of town as soon as you turn 18, just like you used to say to your parents. As we all do. Maybe you should have married Barbara. Yeah, maybe you should have. Barbara was a bit of a pain in the butt, but maybe this could have changed your fate. Wonder what she's doing these days. Why are you still thinking about Barbara, the growling from upstairs grows louder and louder till you can't ignore anymore. You look back and see a figure standing above you. I'm trying to think, you say, annoyed. They bite you. Rude. And I'm dead. Gary ending? Okay. I died. Choose. Wait, do I get the other? I do. Unpaid. So I killed off the janitor. I'm sorry. Unpaid intern Katya is actually here for work experience, but has only served coffee so far. It is a drink time because my throat is dry. Nervous wreck. Sometimes cries in the bathroom on breaks. Oh, Katya. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday, and you've just woken from your accidental nap in the break room. How embarrassing. Why did no one wake you up? In fact, where is everyone? Wait a second, it's 9 p.m. already? They didn't leave you here, did they? Girl, they left you. Oh my gosh. They totally did. And the door of the break room is locked. Girl, they locked you in. Kick it down. You look strong enough. You're too weak to kick it down. Also, wouldn't this be destruction of private property? You don't have enough money to replace it if it gets broken beyond repair, and you still have a ton of student loans to pay. No, there's gotta be a better way. Oh, you could climb out the window. It says coming soon. Do you have a hairpin? You crouch down with your hairpin and start picking the lock. Can't be that hard, can it? On TV, it seems to be over pretty quickly. As you're still moving the hairpin around, you hear something on the other side of the door. Has help arrived already? Hello? You call out cautiously. There's no answer, only growling. An animal, maybe? Some kind of dog? But why would they let dogs into the labs? Suddenly something rams the door from the other side. You jump back in shock and see a man bursting through, foaming at the mouth. Wait, you know that guy. Steve the janitor? Oh, we were just bagging on Steve. He's not all that good at his job, but he always greets you with a smile and you've grown to appreciate him. Hey, looks straight out of a zombie film. You never know you're in a horror film until you realize it near the end. You squeak as Steve comes closer and closer, his hands outstretched and reaching for you like a horror movie. Stop it! You shout, but he doesn't seem to understand you. He's probably trying to... I'd be petrified if this was happening to me. Yeah, he's got foam at the mouth. Throw a chair. I'm too young to die! You scream as you grab the nearest chair. And I don't want my parents to have to pay my stupid student loans! I don't think debt works that way, but whatever. You throw the chair at Steve as hard as you can and storm out of the break room. Running, it turns out, isn't all that easy with high heels. Take them off. But you can't stop. Not until you've outrun Steve. Maybe you should close the door to the break room. You turn a corner and almost run into a wall. This is the end of the hallway. You cast a nervous glance back, but it doesn't seem like Steve is following you anymore. Still, you can't just turn around and go back, can you? Ugh, what a mess. You should have never started working here. This whole lab is bad news. Alright, enough self-pitying. There's two doors and you could go through... There's two doors you could go through to get out of here. You put your ear against each door and listen. One has pittering sounds coming behind it, but behind the other one is just dead quiet. Both seem kind of suspicious, honestly. No sounds. Zombies aren't quiet right now. The deadly quiet seemed like the better option at first, but now you realize just why it was that quiet. A group of men in suits are sitting on the floor and viciously feeding on the body of another unpaid intern. Guys, I chose wrong. They stop when they notice you, hungry eyes now glaring in your direction. You gulp. Coffee? Gentlemen? There's a joke in here somewhere, you think, as they start tearing you apart. Something about subordinates in the modern work environment. You want to tell them, but you're not sure they'd appreciate it. Bummer. I died, but I didn't get Katya ending 204. I didn't get the eyes crossed out, so that kind of bites. Thank you for playing. This is where the alpha ends. Did you get all the badges? I did not. I don't... Unsaved progress now. So that was fun, but it was short. So maybe I will find us another short game. Or we could just talk about this one, honestly. It was cute for what it was. I mean, like I said, the person hasn't done anything for about 4 years. I can't blame nothing because I haven't done certain things in quite some time. But maybe if we all start playing it again, start hitting them up, then maybe they'll find the energy, the, love for this once more, and they'll want to return. I mean, because isn't that all it's about, is wanting to create something that you love, that that you can share with others as a form of love. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Oh well. So yeah, let's find us one more game for the evening. Okay, so for our next one, it is called Tender Lovin Cannibal. So apparently this one is also, I wouldn't say fairly old or anything. It was published about 3 years ago, but the dev has been working on this apparently as soon as, let's see, what was our newest one? August of this year. That's really cool. I love it when people love what they're making. They just work on it continuously, like Stardew Valley. So this Tender Lovin Cannibal is a dating simulator wherein you, the player, try your hand at courting the barbaric butcher, Bob Velzeb. Can you win the heart of the creepy cannibal who's at large and in charge, or will you end up being the main course? Only time will tell. I think this is also a demo. I'm not quite sure. But I've seen this fellow on Twitter around a lot. I'm not so sure if he'll be the man for me, but I do love some dark dating games like this. So he winked at me. Don't ever do that again. Start. What the frick ever, man. Don't wink at me like that for. Breaking news. Hello. Turn that blue. Oh. And then, no more news. Y'all. Hues of pink and blue dance in the sky as streaks of sunlight peek through the clouds. The moon truck you were in is finally driving off. A few boxes left sitting on the sidewalk beside you. Moving alone is no easy task. Wishing you had a friend to help you, you haul the rest of the boxes inside and set them down in a nearby closet. Your new home looks barren, just barely made habitable by the furniture you managed to drag through the door. Now that your stuff is situated, you're aching for a break. Exiting your new home, you travel down the sidewalk. It's lighter out now, though the sun remains hidden by wispy clouds. Oh, yeah, it's a demo, it says up there. Now playing city ambience. Missing. Didn't we just see him get killed on national television? A newspaper lands abruptly at your feet, stopping you in your tracks. It's nearly smudged beyond recognition. Despite the weathered state of the page, you attempt to read it. On January 2nd, yet another person was declared missing. Eyewitnesses report the individual having last been seen at the newly reopened family restaurant. Missing. Right at time finished reading the concerning headline, an autumn breeze sweeps it away, the cold air nipping fiercely at your skin. YN, your name here. Can't help but shiver at the sensation. Maybe it would have been smart to wear an actual coat today. Your walk continues, albeit with a quickened pace, thanks to this newly gained information. The quiet doesn't last long as you hear the faint rumbling of a car engine steadily growing louder. The popo! Quick, duck in an alley! They can't see you there. Shotgun. I'm very pretty. You turn as the vehicle screeches to a halt beside you. If the discomfort of the biting chill wasn't enough, the car doors quickly burst open. Yeah, don't trust them. They're not the cannibal, but don't trust them. Two police officers get out of the vehicle, chattering amongst themselves as they approach you. Great. Once the officers come closer, it becomes apparent that neither of them wear a badge. Also, my nose is like really stuffed up. I've seen this like 5 times earlier. Their bare bones blue uniforms at least help to distinguish them from a normal citizen.
Excuse me! I've got some questions to ask.
Okay. To call this sudden would be an understatement. Is this about the time you stole a candy bar? You were just a kid. The Very Much Pub. Yeah. Is there something you need?
You know about the disappearances in this town. You're not the kidnapper, are you?
Why do you have a loaded firearm aimed at me? Officer's tirade is cut off when their partner, already looking completely fed up with the situation, slaps them on the back of the head. Disappearances? Kidnapper? That was enough to make anyone's heart rate spike before the panic sets in too much. The other officer speaks up in a calmer, more soothing voice.
Sorry about my partner there. They can get a bit intense around people, especially given everything that's been happening.
It's okay, I guess I would be pretty out of shrine too with all that's going on. The cop awkwardly scratches the back of his head.
Yeah. And with things being so rough, we have to be extra careful. So, I'm gonna need to see some ID.
Why is my cursor a knife? I kind of love it.
And make it snappy.
Also, frick you, I don't want to give you my ID. I haven't got my ID, sorry. Both officers look perplexedly at you. Before their confusion can turn to suspicion, you speak again. I just moved here, that's why. I can still give you my information. My name is... What is your name? I always go for the guy angle in dating sims. That's why I kind of went the guy angle with Angel in a way. But a real they-them situation in clinical trial. What do I want? I'm going with my guy name that I usually use in stories, Michael. The policeman lowers his glasses, grinning at you over tinted frames.
Good. I'll keep that in mind, pal.
By the way, I prefer to go by... Yeah, I'm a guy, man.
I see. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I don't think he cares, man. He's gonna zap you. The shorter officer looks you up and down as you speak, visibly trying to memorize your appearance.
Since you're apparently new around here, I'll give you this bit of advice. Be careful. My partner joking when they said people had been going missing.
We've got our eyes on you, Buckaroo. If we
Frick
hear
you.
you've tried any funny business, we're reporting you to the chief right away.
Oh no, we shouldn't pass the case to him. He's grumpy enough as it is.
We won't have to if the newbie behaves.
How do you guys if I know I'm new in town? Like, I know I told you, but like, isn't there more new people? Without another word, the policemen hop back in the vehicle. The tires squeal a shrill tune when the car tears off down the road, leaving you a cloud of dust. Coughing as the car disappears into the distance, you're a bit shaken by the confrontation. Wow. I've been here for less than a day and I'm already getting profiled. To add on to everything else, your empty stomach is growling insistent. They're very much pub and cool dude stuff. I want to go to cool dude stuff. I'm a cool dude. Unpacking took longer than expected, leaving no time for breakfast. It's safe to say you're starving. Maybe I should get something to eat before I head home. Your brow furrows as you wonder what places are open and within walking distance. I love the hoop earrings. Before you can begin your journey to hunt down a food spot, the sound of excited chatter catches your attention. I have pierced ears. I don't like piercings though. In my ears, I mean. I love piercings on other people. They look so beautiful. You come to a hall in front of a large glass window. Curing meats hang on display, and just past it, you see a bunch of happy patrons. Burgers? No, they're probably cheap, filling enough. What could possibly go wrong? Never say that. With renewed enthusiasm, you push the glass door open as the bell jings cheerfully from above. Upon entering, you're pleasantly greeted with a warm and aromatic atmosphere. Various people sit in the diner making small talk and enjoying their food. Cool. Like clockwork, their chatter is drowned out by a voice calling out from farther in the building.
Just a minute, please. I'll be with you shortly.
I changed my mind. I like him. Also, I feel like I know this song. I don't know this song. Wanted. Find the... He's out again. Help. Okay. The light southern accent mixed with his deep tone sounds bit like butter, savory and smooth. Cool. The man it belongs to has a big toothy grin, and almost seems too big to be genuine. Yet here he stands, happily taking orders and humming a soft tune to himself. A badge is pinned to his chest, proudly displaying his name. Barb. Bob.
Sorry about that. What can I get for you?
If you want a burger, eat a burger. His over-the-top smile brings chills down your spine. Why? Smile, you're being watched. It's just a customer service. You ignore as best you can while you take a moment to properly browse the menu. Ooh, I'm starving. Did I get a drink with the meal, or give me a special? You hesitantly made with love? Question mark? Yeah, point. Menu item of your choice. Having a small notepad already out, the employee nods and jots down your order before casting his gaze back towards you. Your heart skips a beat listening to him speak.
Sure. No problem, darling.
Darling. Oh. Hey, do you guys know that dude? He's from comics. That's cute. The nickname rolls effortlessly off his tongue. Heat rises in your cheeks, making you sputter in response as you try to think of anything other than the impromptu endearment. Well, I can tell you something right now. We're getting with the maniac. A loco colo, yeah, that's everything. What the frick is loco colo? The last sentence comes out much quieter than you had intended. The employee's eyebrows raise, his expression unreadable for a fleeting moment. Suddenly he squints and his smile widens before he bursts in a hearty laugh. You give him a smile in return. His laughter soon subsides, but its warmth remains.
I ain't never seen you before. You new in town?
That could be. You lean against one of the bar stools, humming to yourself in thought before settling your arms on the cool marble counter. What if I am, big fella?
Great. The town's always been so quiet and nice.
Okay.
It'll be nice to have someone around who can shake things up.
You think I can do that? I'll try not to let you down. Anyway, I got here this morning and was feeling too lazy to cook, so here I am. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. It ain't often people come around these
You mean this town? Because there's like quite a few people. I don't know. He hesitates, looking as though he wants to say more. He's biting his lip. Chat.
parts. Why don't you take a seat? After all, you must be tired.
Yeah, he looks nice enough. Maybe even someone you'd want to get to know more. Your thoughts are cut short when you realize you're still standing in front. Hey, you're right. I'll go, but thank you for being so nice. You smile to yourself as you push away from the counter, leaving to find an empty booth close by. What a booth. Wanted. Guys, this is so for real. We want him so bad. He is so hot. He eats people though, so, capture. So, we all agree that canonically Bob is handsome. I'm not really spoiling anything for you guys. You clearly know this guy's a main character, right? But also, look, I'm ace. But fictional characters. Anyway, you sit down in a corner booth, idly observing the table setting. Salt and pepper shakers, an old napkin dispenser, and a lemonade menu fail to catch your interest. Oh, I'd look at the menu. There's also some dull scratches along the surface of the booth. You squint slightly, trying to make out some sort of faded writing, only snapping back to attention when a plate of food is set down in front of you. Oh.
Here you go, hun.
That nice. Thanks. Well, yeah, I guess I could apologize, but I don't see a reason to do so. I want to apologize for earlier, taking so long to order. I didn't mean to hold up the line like the line. Bob waves dismissively. His demeanor seems unshakable, even when sheer awkwardness is staring him dead in the face.
I've seen folks take much longer by way less.
Finally turns from you, walks away. You can hear him humming a tune to himself. It's unrecognized. Where are the settings? I need to turn. There we go. We'll turn that back up. Turn this up, but keep the sound volume down. It's unrecognizable to you, and barely audible beneath the music playing from the diner speakers. Maybe you'll get a chance to ask him about it soon. With a sigh of resignation, you grab your burger with one hand and check your phone with the other, as one does. No one's freaking texting me. Smiley face? How don't you smiley face me? No one's checked up on you since you moved away. Family has given you very little apart from radio silence and some pocket change. Even though it's pretty discouraging, at least you're starting to connect with people here. Maybe this is where you can start fresh. You slide your phone into your pocket and stand up from your booth, waving goodbye to the cashier. Upon exiting the Bobsuni Miku! Bobsuni Miku! Dog for sale. I'd buy that dog. Girls. Record with a smiley face. That's cute. Upon exiting the diner, you're instantly met with a cold gust of wind that spreads goosebumps down your arms. Once you check the time on your phone, the display confirms it to be late afternoon. You start walking at a brisk pace, feeling full of food and ready to explore. Dozens of nondescript stores line the street, none of them capturing your interest. At one point, you end up passing by the police station and mentally note its location. As you're marching down the street, the sidewalk, you spot a colorful building. Pictures of delicious sweets cover the windows. Beckoned by the call of tantalizing treats, you start approaching the door. Unfortunately, mere seconds before you open it, a group of teens rush out. They look like 12-year-olds. They slam into you, nearly knocking you to the ground in the process. Heaps of candy spill from their hands and bags. The surest one recovers first, glaring up at you as his friends frantically salvage their fallen candy.
Hey, watch it!
Frick you! Another boy, this one wearing a meanie, shushes him before politely addressing
Sorry
you.
about that. We gotta go.
Not the Ed, Ed and Eddie noise. Oh! Quickly gesturing to his friends, the group grabs what remains of the candy and before running off. You blink, staring at the dust cloud the group has kicked up in their wake. What was all that about? You shrug off the encounter. As you push open the door, you smell an intoxicating aroma of sugar. Oh, honey. As you enter, you see an employee frantically sweeping a candy-layered floor. She twitches at the sound of the door closing behind you and looks at you with wide, worried eyes. After a moment, she seems to calm down.
Welcome to the Candy Club. My name is Kelsey. How may I help you?
Kelsey, are you aware there is a small child over here in your candy thing? One of them is experiencing a gravity malfunction, and you have Rainbow Dash in the jar. Cookie Cat, you want this. Do you need help? This place looks trash.
Oh, no. I'm fine. Silly me left the store unattended. Again. I stepped outside for a smoke break that I had no business taking. Then boom, before you know it, disaster strikes.
She sighs, sullenly looking now at the floor.
This is the third time this month those brats stole candy.
The candy on the floor looks suspiciously similar to the treats you'd seen in those teens' hands. It's safe to assume the poor clerk had just been robbed and you watched the perpetrators get away. Oops, I'm sorry. Clearly, I should have tripped him up on the sidewalk. I can help clean up if you want, or I can pay for where they stole. I don't have much, though. You made a good impression on Kelsey. Kelsey's eyes lit up. She grips the broom tightly, beaming with newfound gratitude.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe you'd do something like that.
Sure. You help collect the wasted candy and deposit it in the trash, while Kelsey restocks what was stolen. With some time and elbow grease, the floor looks spick and span. I guess I should pay for that candy now.
You really don't have to do that. I'll just put it on their tab. One of their moms always pays for what they steal. She's a real handful.
Well, I'd still feel bad if I came here and didn't get anything. Instead, you pluck a bag of mixed candy off a nearby shelf. Various wrapped chocolates and toffees rattle inside as you place the package on the counter. Kelsey drops her broom, letting it clatter to the floor as she quickly ducks behind the register, ringing up your purchase.
And will that be all?
You got any cool sodas? She lowers her voice secretly.
You don't have to buy anything more. It's just the store's policy to say that every time.
I do want something else. Do they have butterbeer? Your eyes scan the selection of sweets before honing in on a couple more cheap bags that you can get. Score! I'll take 2 of those candies, please. I can't pass up a good sale. Kelsey laughs while snagging 2 of the bags.
You and another customer of mine. He always likes buying these in bulk.
As her voice trails off, she seems to get a bit nervous. Regardless, she shakes it off and tells you how much you owe. Passing the money over, you speak in a low, soft voice. You're not sure if she's even allowed to keep tips. Keep the change. Wink. The money falls out of Kelsey's hand as her arm goes lit, mouth dropping open as she stares at you. Are you okay?
Yeah, totally. Perfectly fine. And,
Her smile becomes smaller, more genuine.
thank you.
You're welcome. As your interaction with the cashier comes to a halt, you take one final look around the store. You absolutely have to come back in the future. The collection of sweets is super impressive and... Wait. Something doesn't feel right. Your eyes dart back to the front of the building, allowing you to just barely catch a glimpse of the silhouettes moving beyond the paint. They have multiple... The stars burn for you. I'm sure they do, mademoiselle. And I, too, burn for them. Ha 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 ha. I'm so freaking money in all the ways. But who are these people? A formation of fleeting figures is the only thing you can really make out before they vanish from sight. Taking a couple steps away from the cash register and close to the window, your eyes narrow as you try to figure out where they went.
Hey, are you okay?
Still unsettled, you whirl around and face her. Yeah, I just Kelsey clings to the counter, stirred by the sudden alarm. This time the sudden noise causes both of you to jump. Before you get the chance to ask Kelsey what the beeping was, she starts ushering you towards the back door. She even goes far as to sag her previously discarded broom to shoo you away. Hey, what the?
Quick, you have to go before my coworker finds out I was slacking off. And I have to finish cleaning that mess.
Her borderline rambling mixed with the occasional pokes of the broom make it impossible for you to get a word in edgewise. Before you know it, you're shoved out into the alleyway. Restricted area, authorized personnel only. Cool. The sugar is a lie. Sugar. Stop writing on the walls. LMAO. Missing. Amogus. And that one is Danganronpa. And that one is Mr. Tomato, but it's a pepper. Cool. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. The back door slams shut behind you. You can faintly hear Kelsey call out to you from the other side.
And it was nice meeting you. Take care.
Thanks, Kelsey. I can hear, La Policia? Am I going to be arrested? Please let me back in. Please let me back in. With a rushed conversation, that cashier might actually have been more high-strung than the police. Now along the dingy back street, you look up and spot the darkening sky above you. Time definitely got away from you while you were talking to Kelsey, and it's best to head home before it gets too dark out. Navigating your way out of the literal maze of roads is a real challenge. Ooh, sorry. But eventually you make your way back home. Is that Spring Bonnie? Golden Bonnie? No, Golden Bonnie. Not Spring. This is before its time, but is that Nathan from Haunted Hotel? Because it looks like him. Smiley, frowny, haha. The stars twinkle above you as you stumble inside, drained by the eventful day. With exhaustion at the forefront of your mind, you quickly make your way towards your bed. You're out like a light before your head can hit the pillow. But your sleep is by no means a dreamless one. A vast expanse lay stretched out before you. Grasses and weeds seem to writhe and curl beneath your feet, never slowing, never stopping. The ground feels unstable, the sky somehow off. Chancing a glance upward is like staring off into a yawning abyss, a chasm, occupied by countless and fathomless things. That world up there is far beyond the world down here, but echoes of it still sing a droning melody to you. It's beautiful. A sense of loneliness persists, but you are not alone. Surely not in a place as large as this. Right. Eyes. 1, 2, 7. Can I click one? Can't. Far beyond wherever you are now, a monolithic mountain range blocks your way. Even if you had the mind to see where the path leads, it would take forever to make it anywhere, and who knows what's hiding in those hills. So I have to hover a certain way, okay. These stars are way different from the usual constellations found littering the astral realm. The longer you look, the more you realize they're an odd shade of blue. Oh, no. Veiling the ground, a thick fog spreads far into the mountains. Where is it coming from? Every gasp for a breath is shallow. You're starting to get dizzy. Okay, now I'll look at the stars. Nusquam ubique? Novus famulus? Novus inimicus? Novus omnimus? Novus oculus? Animals and eyes? A sudden breeze whips through the field, causing the grass to rattle in an ominous chorus. The grass does not rattle, so there's something out there making a noise. The sudden chill that follows pierces through your skin and into your very bones. The night is peaceful, but its bitterness is unrelenting. Your eyes flutter a little. Endless quiet engulfs your senses. The desire for sleep is hard to overcome. Laying down on the soft grass and staring into nothingness, it's a nice way to go. And look, you can see like card things in the text box. Go. A cluster of stars above twinkle merrily at your plight. They whisper to one another, giggling and looking at you all the while. You look back at them, determining how you will respond. I will speak. They're laughing at me, I see. Hello. Am I dreaming? No, if I was in the thing, if I was having this dream and I saw the stars, what would I say? I can see you too. I don't know this is the way to decipher it. Loafers. Yes. Your conversation seems to stretch on into infinity. Keeping track of your own words becomes a long forgotten. Yeah, in dreams you don't really remember that. The world unravels around you as you slowly slip away into an impossibly deep sleep. Wake up. Wake up, me. Can I wake up now? I've woken up. Wakefulness doesn't come easily. You feel like you've been blessed. I did something right, guys. It crawls back into your mind like a wounded animal, hesitant and weak. Oh. The world around you only appears as blurred shapes and contours before the finer details come back into focus. Is that how people without glasses see things? Because I can't see jack all at all. It'd be a sweat running down your face, burning hot yet feverishly cold. It feels like you're sick, but that can't be right. You're fine before going to bed. Your hands are littered by divots imprinted in your flesh. Judging by the hints of blood beneath your fingernails, this was your own doing. Did you have a nightmare? I've done that in my sleep, where I've scratched myself raw and I had blood on my nails, or I've woken up by banging my head on the wall a few times. No need to dwell on that. There are things you need to do today, right? You should get ready to go. Now playing your room. Oh, we gotta water the succulent. And run and fill. After dumping the stuff in the succulent soil, you breathe a sigh of relief as its wilted leaves visibly perk up. Only a little, though. Should I water it some more? Oh. I'm gonna close my curtains. This isn't anything like game-wise or anything. Personally, I'm petrified of having people stare at me. You close your curtains. Not only is it for the sake of your privacy, but your safety as well. Thank you. Is that an outlet? An outlet. You're tempted to stick a fork in this before, but you're old enough now to know better. Am I? We'll cross that bridge. You don't own enough outfits to really warrant a wardrobe until you find your footing. Your clothes are folded and kept up here. After a lot of digging, you find a clean pair of pants and a fine shirt. Sweet! Okay, cool. What is this picture? I like the knife, but it's really hard to click. It's just a normal photograph. Why are you so focused on this again? This is it. It's a little bunny staring at you judgmentally. Don't you have other things to do? Better hop to it. Hey, there's my pillows. Bed is made, or close to it anyways. It's not unbearable to look at, despite how much you tossed and turned last night. Its sheets are dry with blood, but that can be cleaned up later. Taking a peek beneath the edge of the bed reveals a couple of pairs of shoes. You select the most comfortable pair and slip them on. Okay. Inside are a few knickknacks, mostly easy access stuff, box tissues, paper clips, spare phone case. There's also a pair of earrings that you quickly put on. Thankfully, they were made of a material you aren't allergic to. Thank goodness. I'm allergic to everything, man. Like clothes and stuff, it'll make me break out in hives. It's just a cheap lamp. It has a crack on one side, but you angled it so the fracture is facing the wall at all times. How smart is that? Like, really? What is this? Everything in the house that's worth stealing is nestled safely in here. This cabinet alone is responsible for half of the keys on your keyring. Okay. That's because it contains your hats, beanies of varying shades, clips, pins, and other headwear all lined up in neat rows. You'd buy a set of foam heads to put them on, but there's not enough room. You take down your favorite accessory and put it on your head. Do I get to choose how I look? No. The shelves haven't been filled. Your books are still tucked away in one of the many unpacked boxes. You'll get to them eventually, just not today. If you keep putting it off, you'll be like me, where you've been there half a year. I still ain't got all of it unpacked, but whatever. It's just a mannequin. It's usually testing out the latest styles. Right now, it's fairly underdressed. The shelves haven't been filled. Your book's still okay. Lamp. A fluorescent desk light. Perfect to eliminate the fire details of where you decide to read. My chair. Your comfiest chair. Its legs have somehow survived some unfortunate impacts while it was being moved in here. Squinting hard enough, your door jammed. There's still a faded scratch or two from those incidents. What's this? Upon further inspection, you find your house keys wedged into a gap in the cushions. How did those get there? After you put together the most important piece of your outfit, got your keys, you determine you're ready to leave. Breakfast can be sorted later. Man, we sure don't eat a lot of breakfast. I love breakfast. Sunlight embraces you as you step outside, momentarily blinding you at the same time. It takes a bit before your vision clears, forcing you to blink away the bright spots that take ages to fade. Now you're finally out of the house. Memories of locations and streets come flowing back. You can choose where to go more easily than yesterday. I'm hungry. What's that? I'm gonna Boise. Yeah, we're gonna go flirt with my man today. Seeking some grounding normality from whatever it was you had dreamed about the night prior, you make your way over to Boys and Grills. The door opens up before you as you slip inside. A consistent hum of low chatter fills your ears, coming from the crowd around you. So many people. Beyond the sea of social anxiety, you can hear the sound of Bob calling out orders as he works the grill. Now you need to figure out what to do to catch his attention. Yeah, just wait in line. Cutting in front of the other customers to try and flag Bob down is out of the question. Joining the line is the most polite thing to do, and it'll be easier to get Bob's attention that way, man. Staying behind the last person in line, you patiently wait. Wait. I'm waiting. The voice of the cashier snaps you out of your daze, making you jolt as the employee speaks to you.
Welcome to Boys and Grills. What can I do for you?
Sorry, I just need to... You lean around the confused employee, spotting Bob not too far away. Shoved him out of the way! Waving to catch his attention, you frantically move your arm about in the hopes that he knows. I know this song. If anyone knows the song, can you please tell me? It's gonna haunt me. Thankfully he does before you make a fool out of yourself again.
Great to see you again, darling. What brings you around here?
Oh, you. You pause for a moment, arm no longer flailing, before summoning courage to speak. Maybe we could chat? If it's not a bother, I mean. Despite your best efforts, a lack of certainty is evident in your voice. Bob looks fixedly at you for a moment before his face returns to its usual smile.
Tell you what, my break starts in about...
He trails off as he glances at the clock.
I'll chat all you like then. Deal?
Sure, see you then. Okay. Bob returns to his spot by the grill. The time slowly ticks by as you watch the patrons finish their food and trickle out the door one by one. Oh, Bob Rooney. This is starting getting heavy. We may have to, save and return to this, guys. Let me give it, 5 more minutes. When about 5 minutes have passed, the people watching session is interrupted by the approach of an employee. They were similar in uniform to Bob, but a far different expression on their face.
Hey, you've been here for a hot minute. Can I get you anything or show you to a different seat? This booth is usually reserved for families.
have a water leak and they turn off all my water, and I was concerned. So, I keep having to get back and forth to try to check on this. Alright, so, just a few minutes. The employee squints at you for a moment, and then they shrug.
Right. Sorry for the trouble then. If you need anything, wave me over and I can take your order.
She has a kind of a Boston accent? I wouldn't know an accent if you slapped me in the face with it. Without waiting for another response, the employee turns and walks off towards another occupied table. So you just came to bother me when it's actually a very tiny booth. Thankfully, the rest of your way is quite uneventful. Customers come and go in rows, but none of them try to initiate conversation. Some of their employees spare you passing glances, but even they leave you alone. Once enough time has passed, you don't know a shadow being cast over you until the man responsible for it waits awkwardly to get your
Sorry for
attention.
being late. I hope I didn't make you wait too long.
He waits for you to gesture that he's welcome to sit before he settles in the seat in front of you.
The name's Bob, though I bet you could have figured that out by reading my nameplate.
Yeah, true. Nameplate, that's a name tag. Nameplate goes like on a desk. Whatever, Bob. Cute enough, I can forgive it. He pauses before holding his hand out for you to shake. I'm shaking the man's hand. I mean, this is supposed to be an introduction, right? I'm Michael. Nice to meet you. You return the handshake with some amount of vigor, a practice gesture used in quite a few past job interviews. It was never charming enough to land you the gig, but Bob appears more than satisfied by your show of politeness.
Pleased to meet you. The name sure suits a face like yours.
Thank you. I grew this goatee all by myself. This compliment is just as surprising as it is flattering. Without a response ready, you fidget a little with your hands, muttering words of gratitude under your breath.
Anyways, you said you were new here? You been here long or what?
Said I was new. No, I actually moved in yesterday.
Really now?
Yeah, don't get too excited. You're not an affirmation. Once I got done unpacking, I thought it'd be a good idea to explore. After some wandering, well, I ended up here. Turns out this is the closest food joint to my house. Lucky me.
You don't say.
I
A
do.
lot of customers have been turning up like that. Wanderers are great for business, but y'all sure can wear a fella out.
What did I do? Oh, God. Bob rubs one of his eyes as he yawns, clearly exhausted from today's shift.
Speaking of which, anything catch your eye so far in this town?
I actually don't know. That's a tough one to answer. If I had to choose something that stood out to me so far, it would be... You guys. We're getting the cannibal. Wank. A mischievous smile, leaning in slightly closer. If I had to pick, it'd be you, Bob.
Say again?
Brought on Alex shot. He blinks a few times, freezing in his seat. He looks as if he's heard you. I think you're interesting.
Do you now?
Yeah? A slow smile makes its way across Bob's face. He seems eager to respond to the opportunity he's been given.
A sweet thing like yourself ought to watch what you say around folks you've just met.
Why are you threatening me?
That could be dangerous, you know.
Yeah, you're a serial killer. Shut up. Normally this kind of response would make you laugh. Instead, you find yourself paying a bit more mind. The same could be said about me. I couldn't beat a wet paper bag. He tilts his head in interest, staring for a moment too long before bursting into laughter.
You? I might as well be shaking in my boots.
That's about right.
Give me a good scare, then we'll talk.
Bob seems a little more attractive. Guy, mostly peak Bob's interest. Frick you, this is the best thing ever! A lull in conversation falls soon after your words. The silence is by no means tense, but as Bob starts looking around the diner, you're made painfully aware that it needs to be filled somehow. Think, Michael, think! Hey, Bob. What's your favorite color? Really pulling all the stops out here. Thankfully, Bob doesn't look too pressed about the quality of your icebreaker.
Oh, red for sure. It stands for danger, but also courage. What about yours?
I like pink. Pink's not part of this. I also like blue. Does it matter? I'm gonna go with blue. That's my second. It's actually pretty rare in nature. And did you know that it's the least common color among the foods we eat? It is. For once, but no! I'm ruining it! I knew that already. It's also said to
Might
suppress
explain why I've never been fond of it, honestly.
your appetite. I'm sorry, Bob. There's plenty to love about it. Here's another bit of trivia. Did you know that in Greek culture, blue is said to ward off something called the evil eye? Mentioning this superstition seems to put Bob on edge. He sits up a little straighter, his posture and expression both turning rigid. Just say the conversation, try to think of another fact. Some people wear it as a way to protect themselves. It's also a common color, but you probably already knew that. The look on Bob's face makes it abundantly clear he either does not know that or disagrees with your
Well,
statement.
aren't you just full of interesting facts?
Chat, I've done it, I've killed it, I've killed the mood, and he's gonna kill me and not in like the most interesting of ways. Oh, he definitely doesn't sound I shouldn't have cut. Quick, activate phase 2 of damage control. Yes. Oh no, he really is me. Yes, and I have tons more. Of course, some of the more popular ones are about the color of the ocean and sky, how they absorb wavelengths of light and all that. Bob looks bewildered as he tries to process your lack of social. Oh, chat. Chat. How do we, like, salvage this? I should go back. I didn't say. Can I load, like, a point? No, that's achievements. I thought it would. If I figure a way to, like, salvage this, if I manage to somehow come out good on this, we'll never mention it again. He seems too confused to be uncomfortable anymore. You know what they say, smell the sea and fill the sky, let your soul and spirit fly.
They
No,
say that? But I'm not much of a reader myself. Is that some kind of poetry?
I love poetry. It's a quote I found on the internet. Your awkward laughter trails off as Bob raises his eyebrow at you. Does he now think you're some kind of snob? There's no way to tell for sure. Big Boy Blues, put Bob on edge with your favorite color. Would that have happened with any color? I wonder. Another natural pause forms in the conversation. Perhaps Bob's in awe of your fantastical fun facts, or maybe he's just a bit bored. Either way, he speaks up once more after being
Say,
silence.
What do you think about Halloween? It's personally my favorite holiday.
I love Halloween. I love Halloween. The decorations, the costumes, the trick-or-treating, haunted houses, all that stuff. Bob nods along and yeah, we're back on track.
Now, if only the rest of the town celebrated it longer.
If
As
only.
soon as Halloween's over, these folks get rid of their jack-o'-lanterns and rush to decorate the Christmas.
I know that's right, especially retail. I feel like that. It's like the decorations disappear as soon as November 1st hits. At least the candy goes on sale the next day. He brightens up a bit at the mention of candy.
Good point. It's the perfect chance to stock up on some sweets. But it's still a shame they skip right to Christmas.
I'm with you, Bob. So just yeah, but at least we can celebrate Halloween together.
Oh, I might have to take you up on that. But what would the plans be?
Haunted house. For sure. We're dying together. What if we went to a haunted house?
I've been to 100 times. Didn't even scare me the first time. But I guess if you need someone to hold your hand, I wouldn't mind going with you.
Maybe I should pick costumes. I'm not a baby.
If you say so. But I've got to warn you. Them folks behind the haunted house mean serious.
Michael,
business.
if you screw this
The
for
guy in
me.
charge makes it his life's mission to scare the devil out of you. And then some. Not that
Maybe I
it's
should have went
ever
to
worked
candy.
on me.
Oh,
You get
he blushing. Costumes. What if we pick out our costumes together?
costumes, you say?
Why do you look scared? At the mission costumes, Bob's smile fades away. Did you see something wrong? That constant eye contact usually seems like a sign he's paying attention, but without his grin, it feels more like he's staring right through you. To help cope with the unease, you had yet another suggestion. Maybe we could match? In a sudden return to form, he cackles a bit.
Big, fat, grown man in a costume.
Frick you.
Sure. I doubt there are any costumes my size, though.
You look like Mario right now. We could make you one. Bob seems to be taken by
What am I
surprise.
gonna be anyways? Frankenstein's monster?
You'll see when Halloween comes up.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
Don't be so mad at me. Trick or treating. What about trick or treating?
Trick.
Wait, what?
You asked trick or treat, and I said trick.
Okay. I didn't. That's not how it works.
Why'd you ask me?
I was asking a different question. Bob breaks down laughing at the exasperated look on your face. He chortles, wheezes, and even has to wipe tears from his eyes before finally getting his laughter under control. Get it over with, buddy.
Come on. I couldn't help but mess with you a bit. Jokes aside, only kids trick or treat here. Unless you like getting weird looks from folks. I've tried. Trust me.
Well, I mean,
Once you reach a certain age, they just think you're trying to rob them.
okay. Pumpkin carving then. We could carve pumpkins together and see who can make the spookiest one.
I like a challenge.
So that was the right one?
Though my carving skills are unmatched.
Stabby, stabby. Don't get too cocky.
I'm just being honest.
And as another lull in the conversation forms, you take a moment to stretch. Having sat down for so long makes your joints creak and groan, but movement is fairly effortless until pain. Without warning, a burning pain rips through the skin and your fingers, where we had did that number. You let out a hiss, unthinkingly clenching your hands and reopening once forgotten lesions in the process.
You okay? Something wrong with your hands?
I just woke up with them like
You could
this.
have told me earlier instead of just sitting there in pain. Here, I've got some bandage you can use.
Pulling a blue, my favorite color. Pulling a blue bandage out of his pocket, he reaches out and carefully takes hold of your hand, treating it as though it were made of glass. His intense eyes scan the injuries, pupils dilating at the sight of your blood. Your breath briefly catches in your throat at both the surprising gesture and the piercing gaze directed your way. A chill rolls down your spine, goosebumps prickling the skin of your arms. Bob. The sound of your voice seems to snap him out where Daisy's in.
Sorry. I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. Here, take it.
You accept the bandage with a nod and put pressure on the worst of the gouges. Thankfully, the rest are far small and will heal in no time. That's okay, and thanks for this, I appreciate it. When you smile gratefully at him, the red hue on Bob's face seems to grow even stronger.
You're welcome, darling.
We're winning, guys and gals and pals. Bob yelps with surprise when the piercing sound of an air horn rings out from behind the register. It brilliantly pierces through the quiet moment, leaving some of the diner's patrons wincing and cover their ears. You and Bob look to find the source of the racket, only to see the cashier waving frantically.
Break's over, Bob. Wrap it up and get back here.
Oh, well, our day got interrupted. We're gonna pause. Here, I'm gonna save. Right here. Because, I thought this would be short. It's not. So yeah, we'll do a part 2. We'll date the cannibal. We're gonna date and woo and marry the cannibal. So if you want to date, woo, and marry the cannibal, go to part 2. Bye, guys.